Don't you break this single most powerful rule when you're on a phone call with a potential prospect, lead, or whatever. Hi, this is John Ruman. If we have not met before, I'm a business coach and consultant, and I work with the real 007, Mr. Roger Moore, in Sales Training Academy. What is the rule I'm talking about? The rule I'm talking about is within a very brief, hey, good to see you, Mr. Fashion. In a very brief time, when you get on the phone with any prospect, you need to ask them after you introduce yourself, and so they know who you are, is to see if it's a good time for them to talk. Is it a bad time to talk? Anything along these lines, you need to make sure that they know you respect their time. When you feel disrespected, when you feel that you are not valued for your time, and you just get this call and you answer, and you kind of got just a moment, but you could be in the middle of something, it can totally destroy that. So, and I actually had a phone call. I had a 5-minute break, took the phone call, did not really have a lot of time, but I would have appreciated the person said, and I actually had to coach them. They're like, oh, it's a great idea. So if this is a new concept to you and you have to make phone calls to get appointments, which I hope you do, and please don't drive around wherever you are and pray that you're going to get meetings by driving around and seeing people. It's a total waste of time. Your job should be dialing for dollar. You should be making as many calls as you can, introducing yourself. But again, the critical factor and the thing people screw up all the time, such as I had today, is not asking if it's a good time to speak with that person. And if it's not, don't sweat it. Get the good time, follow up, and make sure you set an alarm so that you actually follow up when you do. Because what that does is it creates the engagement, the relationship you're looking for. Sales is a relationship business. The sale is a reward of you actually establishing a relationship. So your job is to solve a problem. Hopefully you can solve that. And once you solve the problem, then the money just kind of takes care of itself. You obviously need to ask for referrals. You need to do some things. But a lot of people focus on the sale. But if you think I can create the more strong relationships I have with people, the more people will actually engage with me and grow who I am. So think about letting people know what you do and then not selling hard. Sell in such a way, hey, thank you for your feedback. Sell in such a way that you are constantly giving information and adding value. But when you're on the phone, unless you live in a country that you're like the most competitive field. So there's a handful of fields in the world that you should not be seeing the person. For example, the U.S. mortgage market, so I live in Trinidad, and the person I got a call was from an insurance company, and I don't know why they didn't want to set a meeting. The lady's like, no, we don't do that. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Because again, if I sat down from you face to face, knowing what we're talking about, you actually get to know me, you get to feel me out. Over the phone, it's hard. And this person wasn't trained. So I'm not trying to, it's not really their fault, but it shows that people don't understand the necessity to train the organization and their team, etc. So if and you probably are, if you're watching this, if you're in the job of sales, just do yourself a favor. Introduce yourself, the company you're from, and ask if it's a good time. If it is not a good time, and it could be you got a minute, there's many options on how to ask that, but when you actually do that, it just makes the person feel respected. So thank you again for participating in this short live. Hope you have an incredible day, and I look forward to helping you. By the way, if you in your company do need help with this, me and Roger have classes all the time, and it's a 6-week course. It's simulation based, so the next one starts in April. But if you're watching this in the future or whatever, just follow the page, reach out to us. And if you're watching this on YouTube or any one of the various channels, we'd be happy to help. But it's important that you understand that when you send your team, so I'm assuming I'm talking to the manager. I could be talking to a salesperson. Same concept. But the manager needs to be there. People think, I'll just send the team. They're the guys selling. But your job as the manager is to make sure they're doing what they need to do and doing it well. By sending someone away to get training and not knowing what the heck they're doing, how are you supposed to reinforce and be a good manager? In other words, what is your duty and role in the organization if you're not actually doing that? So I would invite that question for you. So all the best. I look forward to seeing you at the future trainings you come to. And make sure, again, when you talk next time, that you ask them if it's a good time. Have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much for participating. Bye-bye.